Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. If you're interested in Islam, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He is the most generous. He is not a miser. He is not counting to say, these are my favors, you owe me that, you owe me this, and now I'm asking for it back. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the most generous. That shahadat, once you say, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluhu, that shahadat, if an unbeliever says that shahadat one time in his life, if he is 100 years old, he has never done anything correct in his life, he has never made one sajda to Allah, but he believes and he says the shahadat one time, and if he dies the next second, the shahadat has enough power to clean himself completely for him to become a newborn. That if he dies the next minute, the next second, he goes straight to paradise as a newborn, clean, pure. Now, that is the shahadat and the power of the shahadat that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given a favor to the unbelievers. What do you think about the believers who repeat the shahadat over and over again? Whichever of the favors of your Lord can you deny? So don't worry about that. There are different things later we may say. But for now, what you're going to do, you're interested in Islam, belief. Put that belief in your heart. And be sincere. Put your head to the ground and say, Ya Rabbi, I was running away from you all my life. Now I'm trying to run to you. But I realize you have been running after me all my life. And I'm asking for forgiveness, and I'm asking for strength to be able to hold on to you. This is what you're going to ask. And be sincere. Don't be involved in politics so much. Don't get so concerned about what happened in history or nothing. This is your own journey now. If you find a guide to lead you to the way, that'll be much better. Because the guides always know the best routes, the shortcuts, and the easiest ways for you to reach your goal. Because once you reach your goal, you actually have a longer way to go to the next goal, and the next goal, and the next goal. It never stops. So, one of the things that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given, and He has given countless things because of His love to that Prophet ﷺ, and that we belong to His nation, it will make it very, very easy for us, especially when we are sincere, to be able to now catch up to so many things that maybe we have not been doing all our lives. For example, there are so many sunnats of the Friday. So many of them. One of them, it is to give salawat. The Prophet ﷺ is saying, if I remember correctly, he's saying, if you recite the salawat, give salawats to me. How many is this? I mean, we're doing 1,000. Doesn't matter, I think it is less. Say, if you do 1,000 salawats on Friday, it is much less, the actual hadith. 80 years of sins and mistakes is going to be wiped clean from you, just by giving a salawat. And this is just one of the few. This is given to us every week. This is just one, not a few, one of countless, so many things in Islam that says if you do, it may look like a small action to you, but it is very big to your Lord, and you're going to get so many blessings with that. One of the blessings of Laylatul Qadr is what? The Laylatul Qadr. That one night it is better than 1,000 months. 1,000 months is how many years? 83 years. Meaning in that 1 month, in 1 year, 1 night that you worship, it is better than for you worshipping 83 years non-stop. And this is also a gift that is given to our nation, because the Holy Prophet ﷺ is looking to all the earlier nations, and there are people in those nations that live for 100, 200, 300, 1,000 years, and there are some who is worshipping continuously for hundreds of years, 1,000 years, and is looking to his nation, and his nation's lifespan is only 63, 70 years. And he wants only the best for his nation. Is asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you gave so much to the earlier nations, what about my nation? And Allah is saying, in that 1 night, if you worship, it is as if they worship for their whole lives. If you catch that 1 night of Laylatul Qadr. And that because that Laylatul Qadr is hidden. Now if you observe that night of power, Laylatul Qadr, with worship, with dua, with saying astaghfirullah, with reading Quran, with meditating, with making tafakkur, you decide to do it last 10 days of Ramadan, the reward will be given to you too. That is only for 1 day of 1 year. Now if you live 63 years and you say, I've been worshipping from, say, 7 years old, and you are looking, your parents, your aunties, your grandmother, everyone is observing this Laylatul Qadr. As a child, you are observing it also until you grow up, until you are 40 years old. So for 33 years that you are observing Laylatul Qadr, 33 nights that you are doing it. We are not a nation that calculates like that. But I'm just giving a small example to say now that 1 night, it is good enough, the rewards for one person through his whole life. But what if he's observing Laylatul Qadr every year of his life until he passes? Whichever of the favors of your Lord can you deny now? So there are so many things that we can do that Allah is saying, you make certain things that are wrong or you didn't do, my mercy now, because you didn't do things that you should, or because you do things that you shouldn't do, now there's going to be a consequence to that. There may be a punishment to that, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying in Hadith al-Qudsi, what? My mercy, it overtakes my anger. My mercy overtakes my punishment. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to this nation is showing nothing but mercy. Mercy and mercy and more mercy. So you do something, Prophet ﷺ says, you do something wrong, now run to do something right, because what you right that you are going to do is going to erase the wrong things. And if you are running more and you're feeling very sorry and you keep running and running, asking Allah for forgiveness, Prophet ﷺ is saying, now Allah will not only forgive you, but He's going to take all your wrong deeds, that is as huge as a mountain, and He's going to change it as if you've done good deeds. And He's going to reward you for that. So, there are so many things in our religion, in Islam, that points to the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It is important. That time you're going to have more peace in your heart, more love towards your Lord, more understanding. You're not going to let your ego to overtake you to fight with everything. The only one that you're going to fight against is your ego. Later you may fight shaitan and dunya and hawa. First it is your ego. May Allah forgive me and bless you. For the sake of the Holy Prophet ﷺ, Sultan Awliya and Sahibul Seyh. Al-Fatiha. Amin. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. This much is enough. Amin.